The hell garage continues, and I have a serious problem. This cable here, the SWA stuff. Yeah, whoever installed this garage seriously cut corners, because this is not the right kind of cable. Firstly, red, black, yellow and cut short unused blue. That is the colour code for 3-phase power. A very old colour code before the EU standardised it. Among the many things they standardised to be so helpful to us. Yeah, I'm not a Brexit supporter. So, wrong colour code, wrong type of cable. That's a problem. The armour may or may not be earthed at the other end. I don't know yet, I've not continuity checked it. It certainly wasn't at this end because they used the wrong size gland on it, so it didn't fit properly. That's why, no matter how I fiddled with it last time, I could not get the gland on right. Well, I've now purchased the gland in the correct size, got that installed as it should be. Not installed the protective earth yet. I will. But worst of all, I've measured these 4 wires, 0.75mm squared. That is pathetic. And even back in the day when this was installed, that was substandard. I think they must have just done a factory or something like that elsewhere. They had this 3-phase cable and 3-phase isolator left over. Rather than go out and buy the proper stuff and spend money, they just used what was left over from the last job, even if it wasn't quite right. They've left a complete mess here, and all I can do is make the best I can of it, which is what I'm doing now. Can't replace the cable, it runs underneath the concrete slab that is the patio. Aside from that mess, I've started work on the lighting. Got some conduit in to make it look tidy. And a junction box up here, spaghetti junction box, because there will be 5 cables going into this box. It's a bit more complicated than your standard garage lighting because I've got all the exterior lighting running off of a single daylight sensor, and there's going to be a party mode override switch on the front of that box, which when flicked knocks all the lighting on when we've got evening barbecues and things like that. And of course there's also this, that board needs to get replaced. The lighting control unit, which handles the motion sensor integration, time delay adjusting, and in the long run I could actually have this integrate multiple sensors, so maybe a motion sensor and an ultrasonic, so only if they both are set off at once will it turn the lights on. Only way I can find to avoid false positives, but that's a project for the far distant future. I've still got to get all this lot wired up. You can see just how bad it still looks. I mean, look at that. Who installed that mess? I honestly can't remember. It would be either me or my dad. Whoever did has not done a very good job. I don't even know where that cable goes. Oh, out. Oh well, I better get back to work because this is a lot of work ahead of me, and I've got a meeting I need to get to this afternoon as well. Whichever electrician comes and signs off on this is not going to be happy with it, I think, but all I can do is get it as good as I can, fix the worst of the problems, make it look reasonably tidy before we call in the professional to finish it off.